Today, we bring you an in-depth look at a major diplomatic development potentially reshaping security and power dynamics across South and Central Asia. In a move with significant regional implication, Pakistan, China, and Afghanistan have convened trilateral talks in Kabul, aimed squarely at strengthening cooperation among these three strategically interlinked neighbors. This landmark meeting signals a notable shift in regional relations and is sparking conversation over its far-reaching consequences for security, diplomacy, and the balance of power in one of the world's most volatile regions. Hello, I'm Gunjan Handa, and let's get into it. To fully appreciate the significance of this summit, it is important to consider the backdrop. Afghanistan, emerging from years of conflict and internal upheaval, is seeking deeper regional engagement to stabilize its economy, secure its borders, and re-establish itself on the global stage. Pakistan and Afghanistan share a long, often contentious history, particularly regarding border management and cross-border militancy. Meanwhile, China continues its steady ascent as a main power broker and economic force in the area, expanding its reach through its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative or BRI. The official agenda for the Kabul talks was ambitious. One core focus was strengthening border security to combat terrorism and tracking persistent issues that have long threatened both Pakistan and Afghanistan. Delegates discussed intensifying intelligence sharing and coordinated joint operations to respond to threats that easily traverse the region's porous frontiers. Economic cooperation took center stage as well, especially around infrastructure and regional connectivity. China is pushing for Afghanistan's integration into the BRI framework, a move that could attract crucial investment for Afghanistan's battered economy. For Pakistan, this cooperation means easier land access to Central Asia and greater trade opportunities, bolstering its western frontiers and helping diversify its economic partners. Political dialogue was also high on the agenda as stakeholders explored ways to establish or stabilize Afghanistan's internal political climate and diffuse geopolitical tensions among neighbors. China's willingness to act as mediator underscores its growing diplomatic weight in resolving local disputes. These trilateral moves come at a time when India and China are engaged in their own fraught dialogue, addressing boundary disputes and ongoing friction stemming from the 2020 Galwan clash and deep-seated historical tensions. While these are separate diplomatic tracks, their outcomes are intertwined, shaping the broader security architecture of South Asia. A look at Afghanistan's political inheritance reveals the complexity facing these talks. The Taliban, which seized control in August 2021 following the withdrawal of US and NATO forces, has struggled to gain global legitimacy. While the Taliban's early rise was heavily influenced by the US-Soviet Cold War dynamic and support for anti-Soviet Mujahideen via Pakistan intelligence agencies, its current government faces mounting pressure to secure investment and diplomatic recognition. Pakistan's influence in Afghanistan remains a sensitive topic. Its support, often channeled through factions such as the Haqqani network, ensures Islamabad a seat at the table in determining Afghanistan's future even as international scrutiny persists. China's diplomatic engagement with the Taliban further highlights shifting alliances. The recent visit of Wang Yi, China's foreign minister, is seen in some quarters as a paradigm shift. The Taliban, once opposed by the US, increasingly finds itself aligned with Beijing, a country determined to expand its footprint through regional initiatives like the BRI and China-Pakistan Economic Corridor or CPEC. Security imperatives also extend to China's internal concerns. Geopolitical observers suggest Wang Yi aimed to address the contentious issues of Afghan soil being used by the East Turkestan Islamic Movement or ETIM, a separatist group from Xinjiang seeking independence from Chinese rule. India's position on the Pakistan-China-Afghanistan talks remains cautious and complex. Since the Taliban takeover, India's official ties with Kabul have cooled, but its strategic interests endure, both as a buffer against the adversarial influence and as a part of its larger rivalry with Pakistan and China. The evolving alignment among its two main competitors is viewed in New Delhi with unease and scrutiny. Other regional stakeholders, including Iran, Russia, and Central Asian states, are also closely monitoring these developments. Beijing's deeper involvement in Afghanistan and growing ties with Islamabad are raising questions about how traditional powers will respond, whether by accommodating rising Chinese influence or counterbalancing it through new alliances. This emerging trilateral alliance embodies China's broader ambitions, increasing influence across South Asia, balancing Western and Indian sway, and establishing a strategic beachhead near Central Asia's energy and resource reserves. For Pakistan, the benefits are clear: enhanced economic corridors and deeper security ties with China, strengthening its strategic calculus vis-à-vis India. Afghanistan, meanwhile, is driven by vulnerability and the urgent need for investment and political support, cautiously maneuvering between powerful neighbors while managing internal instability and economic hardship. The Pakistan-China-Afghanistan trilateral dialogue marks a pivotal juncture in South and Central Asian diplomacy, reflecting changing circumstances and new alliances amid persistent regional rivalries as China cements its status as a key geopolitical player and Afghanistan seeks both security and economic lifelines. The region stands at a critical crossroads. The big question remains: will this cooperation foster greater regional stability or deepen existing geopolitical fault lines? With much at stake, the outcomes are poised to reverberate far beyond Kabul, resonating throughout neighboring capitals and shaping global power equations for years to come. We will continue to track these rapidly evolving developments and bring you the latest as this diplomatic drama unfolds. I am Gunjan Handa for the Asian Chronicles.